Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation. Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation. Because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it break a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make a man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear not hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside a rub and cheat, and not press the poor. Make up what I seen to. Make him a throw and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Make him a throw and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite man, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the day they can sell out Rasta and sell it out and sell out Babylon. They give man show and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man show and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead and can sell out Rasta and sell out, I sell out Babylon. Yes, stop on the Friday. You might go and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black thing, man, throw and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big him and show and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black big him and show and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rastaman show and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
Good morning and welcome. We have a breaking story for you this morning from in the depths of the government. You will stick around this morning if you want to hear. The Prime Minister has been given his marching orders. And if you want to hear this morning from who, you will have to stick around. Sold for free. Jamaica is being sold for free by your very own 1 p.m. This morning, you will have to bear with me because you will get a bit of pinch, toops, and dash from the Prime Minister this morning. And then the fifth element will also analyze what the Prime Minister said in South Africa. Yes, Prime Minister, we get it. You know that Netanyahu blue jacket suit? How much of them have you got, Prime Minister? Yes, we get it. Good morning and welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us. It's Monday, the 24th of November, the year done already. And let me say, your nightly shows, you have not had your nightly shows for quite some nights now. Your nightly shows will resume tonight. Alrighty? Your nightly shows, will resume tonight. To my community of party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls, good morning and welcome. Like and share the live, please, because you're going to hear some breaking story over here this morning that we have confidence to talk about, given how much close from within the government this story is coming. We will be bringing it to you this morning and tell you of the disintegration privately within the Jamaica Labour Party at the moment. So stick around and share the live. We've got things to say this morning. You have to try work out the name them because sometimes people handle is different from their name. So because YouTube is sending your handle to me rather than your name, sometimes I don't know who is who anymore. But me have to do it how me can manage. Real sweet. Good morning and welcome. Miranda Raddock, good morning. Good morning, Debbie Jervis TV. Karen Namard, good morning. Good morning, Laverne, good morning. Who else is here? Colleen, good morning. Sheena Kelly, good morning. Good morning, Lynette Jenkins. Turot, PB3TK, morning. I know who you are, but I don't know your handle, so I'm confused at the moment. Charlotte Grime, good morning. Lenworth Steely, good morning. That's Joan Pine, if I'm correct by the communication between you and Debbie. I'm just trying to work out what is going on here. Sophia Hall, good morning. Devontae Dunn. Who else? Lossum, you know. Good morning. Violet Watson. Who else there? Marcia Thomas. Good morning. Monica Hawthorne. Verna Adams. Good morning. Kennedy Thompson. Good morning. Carlene Stewart. Joan Darkins. Good morning. Good morning. Karine. Good morning. Good morning. Joan. Good morning. Ian. Good morning. Good morning. Morning, everyone. YouTube messed me up by just giving me handles. So if your handle is not spelled as your name, then I become confused as to who you are. But welcome, everyone. Thank you all for joining us this morning. We'll go straight over to South Africa. We'll just go straight over to South Africa this morning. Because to say, your Prime Minister has sold you for free at the G20. the Prime Minister and his G20 and his global agenda. I want you to listen to the Prime Minister. We're going to give you 2 little pinches and dashes of the Prime Minister. All right? Don't get tired or run away, because it won't be a lot of him this morning, Pamela Okola. But it's important that we listen when the dragon speaks. And then we'll go off and tell you of the source, what our source within the Jamaica Labour Party government, not within the Jamaica Labour Party, source within the government. Oh yes, Global TV have embedded source in the government. And we're going to tell you this morning the ramblings and the happenings of your Prime Minister and the marching orders been given to him, and by whom.
Thank you for the kind invitation.
Hold on. This is the first bit of your Prime Minister addressing the G. Humochi.
Thank you for the kind invitation.
Now, you have to also realize that Ramaphosa is a Western puppet as well. You have to bear that in mind. Ramaphosa is not like a Julius Malema or an Abraham Ture and all of that. No. Ramaphosa is on his knees just as much as Wholeness and William Ruto. I mean, way down on his knees.
To participate in this important meeting, please accept our commendations on South Africa's presidency.
No.
Can undo.
Who said that? Hold on there. Who said if we start with something more appetizing? No, let's get him out of the way first, Monica. Let's get the devil. Come in, no, like hearing vice. So, make we hurry up and get him out of the way so we can deal with other businesses, all right? It's just a pinch of hooks and a dash. And
thank you for the kind invitation to participate in this important meeting. Please accept our commendations on South Africa's presidency. Excellencies, Jamaica supports the...
When I share the live this morning, and like the live so people can hear the disintegration, the private disintegration in the Jamaica Labour Party, because when it become public, you're going to say, I heard it first on Global TV. So like and share the live, so make the Labour right them come here, because a lot of them not here yet.
The global agenda to make economic growth not only strong and sustainable, but also inclusive and resilient. Jamaica's story is one of social partnership and sacrifice. We transformed our economy after decades of instability through disciplined macro-fiscal reforms anchored in responsible debt management, institutional strengthening, targeted pro-growth initiatives. We reduced our debt, lowered poverty and unemployment, contained inflation, stabilized foreign exchange, and built robust reserves. Now, our focus is on translating the dividends of sacrifice into investments in our people. Getting the policy mix right is both an economic and moral imperative. Yet, one external shock can undo years of progress. Hurricane Melissa, a Category 5 storm, has devastated 7 parishes. Its impact will negatively affect our debt trajectory, and the road ahead will be challenging. This is our reality today. But it is also the recurring story of vulnerability told by small island developing states in CARICOM and indeed across the world. Global partnership will be essential to our recovery. The G20 Commitment in 2021 to recycle SDR allocations led to the creation of the IMF Resilience and Sustainability Trust. This facility provides developing countries with relatively low-cost financing and longer maturities. We urge the G20 to preserve and strengthen this mechanism. We also call for innovative, flexible financing solutions, such as thematic bonds for climate adaptation and blended finance structures to support resilient infrastructure designed to meet the unique needs of climate-vulnerable economies. Jamaica further calls on the G20 to advance a rules-based, equitable global trading framework that enhances predictability, flexibility, and resilience for small economies. This should include expanding access to targeted financing and risk insurance instruments tailored to the needs of SIDS, supporting technological upgrading and productive capacity enhancement, integrating multidimensional vulnerability indices into eligibility and financing terms across IFIs and climate funds, so countries can invest in resilience without compromising fiscal stability. Establishing a loss and damage financing window with clear rules-based triggers for timely and predictable support. Advancing a global skills and trade compact for SIDS to strengthen human capital, competitiveness, and inclusive growth. Excellencies, through these actions, the G20 can ensure that global trade and financial systems become more than engines of growth. They can become forces for shared prosperity, resilience, and sustainability, leaving no nation behind.
And you're going to hear the final bit from the Prime Minister. And he speaks, some keywords are in his speech, but Fifth Element is going to draw all of those out for you. Just bear with us. It's only 4 more minutes of him, and then we're gone.
The first session, I mentioned the recent passage of Hurricane Vanessa, one of the most powerful hurricanes recorded in the Atlantic. The true economic impact will take months to fully quantify. However, preliminary estimates already indicate catastrophic losses. Prime Minister Carney pointed out that it is estimated that we've lost, in terms of physical damage, approximately $8.8 billion, or the equivalent of approximately 41% of our GDP. 45 lives were tragically lost. This devastation occurred despite years of strengthening preparedness guided by robust protocols and legislation. For Jamaica and for other small island developing states in Caribbean and beyond, the climate crisis is not abstract. It is not an academic consideration. It is an existential threat. A single climate-driven event can erase decades of progress, destabilize public finances, and constrain development trajectories overnight. Disaster risk reduction is therefore not merely a policy priority, it is fundamental to our national survival. Recovery and reconstruction will be a formidable task, but Jamaica is not daunted. We are determined to rebuild stronger, more resilient, and more sustainable. We have already activated our multi-disaster risk financing framework to support immediate response and early recovery. However, the scale of the challenge far exceeds what small economies can shoulder alone. We will need your support. On behalf of the government and people of Jamaica, I extend deep appreciation to our international partners, some of whom are represented here today. Their assistance has been vital in our disaster response and relief efforts. The unprecedented strength of Hurricane Melissa, following the wake of last year's Hurricane Beryl and other weather events, these ground our global call to action. The world must confront this crisis by urgently reducing emissions in line with the 1.5 degrees Celsius target. Failure to do so guarantees more frequent and more destructive storms for countries like Jamaica, which have made the economic sacrifices but have had them undone by exogenous climate factors. Resilience must also therefore be our guiding principle. Resilience is not an ideology, it is practicality. Disasters impose undeniable economic costs. Investing in resilient infrastructure, diversified energy systems, and disaster preparedness is simply sound economics. Resilience is the bridge between climate ambition and fiscal prudence. It is where all nations can find common ground. We therefore call on G20 members to support climate finance at the level, scale, and concessionality required for vulnerable nations to survive and thrive. This includes financing to rebuild climate-resilient infrastructure, expand the risk transfer and disaster insurance instruments, strengthen agricultural and food systems, given the severe damage wrought on a sector central to jobs, food security, and rural livelihoods. Jamaica is doing its part. We are committed to a just energy transition and to achieving at least 50% renewable electricity generation by 2030. But as is the case with other small island developing states, attaining such targets requires partnerships, technology transfer, concessional financing, and capacity building from major economies. I close by encouraging us to build formidable partnerships that will strengthen our disaster resilience and accelerate the just transition to clean energy solutions for the benefit of our present and future generations.
That's it. That's it. Bops your uncle. We're done with him for this morning. Do you though remember when I was having my geopolitical talks with you and I told you of the 2030 agenda and the Pact for the Future document? I told you that everything that will be advanced at us will come under the disguise of climate change or pandemic. If you read that document, you will understand. I want to know a long time about the Prime Minister and the climate change advancement. He know, after signing us up for this ungodly experiment, after signing us up for that ungodly experiment, he's using us now to play on the world's sympathy, only to get more money for thief. But let us go to the fifth element. Then we'll go to the fracas in the Jamaica Labour Party, and a fracas that is bigger than the Jamaica Labour Party, that will possibly soon see the Prime Minister step aside. Who, though, will lead the Jamaica Labour Party? The war will be thrown out in public soon.
Jamaica, come close and listen to me very carefully. This is not politics. This is survival. This is about the future of our island, Jamaica. I am going to break down exactly what the Prime Minister just said at the G20 summit in South Africa. Yes, that's where he's at, Jamaica, in South Africa. Because what he presented there in South Africa was not leadership, Jamaica. It was submission. And I am going to break it down without no illusions. The Prime Minister stood in front of the G20, the 20 most powerful nations on earth, Jamaica. the same ones controlling the global banking system, the same ones shaping climate policy, the same ones holding the world's debt. And the Prime Minister opened his statement by saying, Jamaica is a success story. We sacrificed. We followed the rules. We maintained discipline.
Keywords.
We stabilized our debt. And we reformed our economy. Jamaica, did you hear what I just said? He walked into the room like a student reporting to the headmaster. He did not walk in as a sovereign leader. He walked in as someone proving. He said, we obeyed, we complied. Now please treat us good. But he did not stop there. He used Hurricane Melissa like a tool. He said Hurricane Melissa devastated Jamaica and disrupted our development, destroyed our progress. And so now, Melissa will negatively affect our debt trajectory. So Hurricane Melissa became the reason, the excuse, and the justification. Melissa is now the currency they will use to tighten the climate agenda. But hold on, Jamaica did not just magically appear in a hurricane belt in 2025. We have always been in a hurricane belt. Storms are not new, disaster is not new. But Jamaica, the timing is what's strange. The way Hurricane Melissa moved is what's strange. The fact that the PM used Melissa as the spearhead at the G20 speech is what's strange. Because instead of talking about things like evacuation failures, delayed response, no preparedness system, no food security plans, no national shelter upgrades, he used Melissa to sell Jamaica as a victim. Not to defend us, but to justify new climate financing. And that Jamaica comes with new rules. Now, what did the PM actually ask the G20? Listen, Jamaica, because this is where it gets dangerous. He asks for IMF climate financing, resilience loans, blended finance structure, thematic bonds, risk insurance models, new global frameworks, loss and damage rules. Do you understand what that means, Jamaica? It means more debt wrapped up in a climate language. It means more foreign oversight wrapped up in resilient talk. It means more global rules controlling our policies wrapped up in support for vulnerable nations. He did not ask for sovereignty. He did not ask for reparations. He did not ask for
Money,
true independence.
Money.
He asked for money with strings attached. He asked for a system that tracks us.
I was having a conversation with one of my friends this morning, and I said, you notice every time there's an influx or a flurry of money coming into ODPEM, the Prime Minister draw ODPEM into his pocket. You remember during COVID when a plethora of money was coming into the country, the Prime Minister took ODPEM under arm on a member? On a member. Hey, Prime Minister, ODPEM again. Money, oh! I could listen to Fifth Element. Come nothing when I listen. Listen the keyword them with Fifth Element drought.
Jamaica, come close and listen to me very carefully. This is not politics. This is survival. This is about the future of our island, Jamaica. I am going to break down exactly what the Prime Minister just said at the G20 summit in South Africa. Yes, that's where he's at, Jamaica, in South Africa. Because what he presented there in South Africa was not leadership, Jamaica. It was submission. And I am going to break it down without no illusions. The Prime Minister stood in front of the G20, the 20 most powerful nations on earth, Jamaica. The same ones controlling the global banking system, the same ones shaping climate policy, the same ones holding the world's debt. And the Prime Minister opened his statement by saying, Jamaica is a success story. We sacrificed. We followed the rules. We maintained discipline. We stabilized our debt. And we reformed our economy. Jamaica, did you hear what I just said? He walked into the room like a student reporting to the headmaster. He did not walk in as a sovereign leader. He walked in as someone proving. He said, we obeyed, we complied. Now please treat us good. But he did not stop there. He used Hurricane Melissa like a tool. He said Hurricane Melissa devastated Jamaica and disrupted our development, destroyed our progress. And so now, Melissa will negatively affect our debt trajectory. So Hurricane Melissa became the reason, the excuse, and the justification. Melissa is now the currency they will use to tighten the climate agenda. But hold on, Jamaica did not just magically appear in a hurricane belt in 2025. We have always been in a hurricane belt. Storms are not new, disaster is not new. But Jamaica, the timing is what's strange. The way Hurricane Melissa moved is what's strange. The fact that the PM used Melissa as the spearhead at the G20 speech is what's strange. Because instead of talking about things like evacuation failures, delayed response, no preparedness system, no food security plans, no national shelter upgrades, he used Melissa to sell Jamaica.
We pause this broadcast to bring you breaking news. Miranda Raddock has break it in the comment the Gleaner has just published 11 minutes ago that the legend Jimmy Cliff has died at the age of 81. And we'd like to say this morning to his family, to Jamaica, and to the entire fraternity, condolences on the passing of a legend. The harder they come.
Jamaica as a victim, not to defend us, but to justify new climate financing. And that Jamaica comes with new rules. Now, what did the PM actually ask the G20? Listen, Jamaica, because this is where it gets dangerous. He asks for IMF climate financing, resilience loans, blended finance structure, thematic bonds, risk insurance models, new global frameworks, loss and damage rules. Do you understand what that means, Jamaica? It means more debt wrapped up in a climate language. It means more foreign oversight wrapped up in resilient talk. It means more global rules controlling our policies wrapped up in support for vulnerable nations. He did not ask for sovereignty. He did not ask for reparations. He did not ask for true independence, Jamaica. He asked for money with strings attached. He asked for a system that tracks us. He asked for climate-based agreements that turns Jamaica into a case study, a laboratory. And here is the part he think we will not know.
A laboratory, a case study, which that experience we have just undergone. And there is much more to come. unless we stop him.
Notice, the PM said at the G20, we must preserve the IMF resilience and sustainability. Trust. Do you know what that is, Jamaica? It is a climate loan system that comes with the following: conditions, reforms, monitoring and data control, and of course, oversight of national decisions. It is not free money, Jamaica. It is not reparations, Jamaica. It is not justice. It is climate debt. And it is disguised as help. It is a leash, Jamaica. It is a collar. And small islands are being lined up one by one to wear it. So here is what the PM did not say at the G20. He did not mention oil drilling off the coast of Jamaica. He did not mention seabed extraction. He did not mention mining deals. He did not mention foreign companies controlling our natural resources. He did not mention the Thunderball oil block. He did not mention the fault lines or the methane risk. He did not mention the environmental danger. Nor did he mention the people still suffering with no lights, no water, and no food after Melissa. He did not mention the communities that are abandoned, the evacuation failures, the destruction, Jamaica, that was predictable. He did not mention the reason Jamaica remains vulnerable: foreign contracts and a government that does not build local resilience. He did not speak with the fire of a leader defending the land. He spoke with the tone of a man selling Jamaica as a climate vulnerable investment opportunity. Did
Keyword,
you hear me, Jamaica?
investment
He sold us
opportunity.
as a climate vulnerable investment opportunity. You see the real meaning of that G20 speech, Jamaica? I'm a wanting to hear me loud. Your Prime Minister just positioned Jamaica as the model student of the IMF, a compliant partner to the global powers, a climate vulnerable asset.
You understand Nigel Clark's promotion now? Do you know when I told you that Nigel Clark was promoted because he fucked Jamaica up? That was my expression. He proved to the IMF that I can fuck the thing up. He certainly did, didn't he? Set the wheel in motion and run off before the hit. You now understand Nigel Clark's promotion. You now understand Nigel Clark's influence over Jamaica's direction. Hallelujah. This morning.
Ready for investment. A country willing to adopt global rules. A nation seeking more climate debt. A small island waiting on big brothers to rescue us. This is not sovereignty. This is not independence. And Jamaica, this is not leadership. This is submission disguised as diplomacy. Ask yourself, why is Jamaica aligned so fast with global climate finances right after Melissa? Right after rising oil exploration activity? Right after mining expansion? Right after seabed surveying? Right after foreign companies circling our waters? Right after the constant traveling of our Prime Minister to these climate finance and investment summits? And now Jamaica, the G20. Something Jamaica has never been invited to before. Why now? Why the timing? Why the alignment? Because Jamaica is being lined up to be the prototype. Yes, the prototype nation for climate financing experiments, resilience loan models, new climate triggered debt instruments, and global climate governance. Jamaica, wake up. This is bigger than politics. This is bigger than one party. This is about the future of the land beneath our feet. Jamaica is being treated like a climate lab, a financial test site, a resource zone, a vulnerability case study, and soon an energy hub without the Jamaican people owning a single drop. If we don't wake up now, Jamaica, if you don't start questioning now, if you don't start paying attention to the pattern, you will wake up and realize finally that Jamaica was sold, not lost, signed away, not stolen, and given up, not taken. Hurricane Melissa did not make us vulnerable. Corruption, obedience, foreign contract, and silence did. And now vulnerability is used to sign Jamaica into deeper systems that only benefit the global powers. Jamaica, wake up now.
Jamaica, wake up now. I don't think you understand what we mean when we say wake up now. Marcus Garvey, unite or perish, has become very relevant in these days. The doctor in the hospital, Dr. Tufton, in the Gleaner me seat a couple of years ago, but in the Gleaner me see you in a frock. All right? But let's go to the Labour Party, the Prime Minister and the World Bank. Should I tell you about Chopper John first? Chopper John have one communication. Hey, Labour Party in a ruckus, you know. I'm going to read to you something Chopper John have circulated. I don't know why I'm afraid to publish it on him social media page. Don't know why Chopper John afraid at all. Let's look at the Prime Minister and the World Bank. Or you want to see Tufton in a skirt? Hey, Jesus. Let us read for you what Chopper John says before we tell you of the ruckus that is sweltering in the Jamaica Labour Party and who, for that matter. Like and share the live, please, if you want to hear who give Andrew Holness his marching orders and what came out of that. This is Chopper John's letter. When others step in, the need for visible political leadership in a time of crisis. The Jamaica... Hold on there. Let me read this for you. Jamaica is weathering a difficult time, and in the midst of hardship, something remarkable has happened. Listen carefully. This is Chopper John circulating this communique. Everybody have fall out the line with Andrew. Liberate! Run call this what Chopper John said. Jamaica is weathering. We'll go higher than Chopper John, but we'll pick the low-hanging fruit first, because we know how to climb the tree. Jamaica is weathering a difficult time, and in the midst of hardship, something remarkable has happened. NGO, civil society groups, entertainers, and members of the diaspora, both home and overseas, have mobilized quickly and generously to help communities in need. From organized relief effort to benefit concerts and grassroots support, these actors have filled gaps and reminded us of the strength of our social fabric. I mean, if I him right here, AI right for him, but this is an attack on the government. Our politicians were also first responders in the crisis. Constituency representatives, town councillors, and other elected officials quietly did what needed to be done. But too often, That help came in silence. Many did not activate their election day workers, did not display visible trooping of office branded t-shirts or cars for the most part of their funfair. The reticence created a vacuum. Social media activists and the volunteer network move in decisively to fill it. Beat and teach. Oh, you do. We used to AI right to chop agenda that bright. Move in decisively to fill it. That's the vacuum that was left by the government and all the MPs and councillor. Chopper John is saying, are the vlogger them going go fill it? Staging convoys of fully branded vehicles, such as, everybody have them brand when them are go out. Sometimes as many as 30 at a time, and providing highly visible community-focused relief. Hey, what an attack on the government this morning. There is a cost to that silence, Andrew Holness. Over recent years, the media and civil society have successfully shaped a narrative and public perception that politicians are inherently corrupt and absent in time of need. Survey and public commentary show a large share of Jamaicans view elected officials with deep skepticism, if I saw the word go. Whether that perception is entirely fair or not, its consequences are concrete. When citizens do not see their representatives at the front line, trust erodes, and alternative actors inevitably become public face of the relief. Lord and Holiness, what an attack. What an attack, Prime Minister. Political representation matters for more than symbolism. Visible coordinated leadership, what I show you, reduce the perception and reality of government's absence. It reassures citizens, reduce duplication and waste, channel resources where they are needed, where they are most needed, and provide a focal point for accountability. Toward silence or invisible governance hand the narrative to others and weakens the social contract between the elected officials and those they serve. No, sir. What a chore. We need a reset in how political representation is practiced during crisis. Hey. Practical steps to restore visible, effective political leadership includes, hey, Lord Jesus, activate constituency workers and election day workers as a resource of community outreach, logistics, and follow-up, something where we always are ceremonial. So ensure representatives and their team are visibly present. Branded t-shirts, vehicles, and staff relief hub are not vanity. They are signal of responsibility and coordination. forge a formal partnership between party office, NGO, entertainers, volunteers network, so effort complement rather than compete with one another. Communicate transparently and frequently. Daily or weekly public updates on from constituency office build trust and counter misinformation. Couple visibility with accountability, independent monitoring of relief distribution, and fair reporting will help to rebuild confidence and resources are used properly. No, so they may forward. Civil society, the media, and volunteer activists are have done Colombia proud in their compassion and dynamism. But civil society should complement, not substitute, representative government. So what Chapadana basically said to you, Andrew Holness, just like the whole away said, if the volunteers, entertainers, YouTubers, TikTokers, NGO, everybody never did, the Jamaica people wouldn't suffer. And them him said the Jamaica people proud, not you. The remedy to the current perception of absence is not grandstanding. It is consistency, visible, coordinated representation backed by transparent action. To elected officials, step out of silence. Use the structure you have. Be present in the community that elect you and work openly with many capable organizations that are already helping. That visible engagement will not only improve outcome now, it will begin to repair the vital trust between people and their government. What an attack. Now, I've had embedded source high up in the government. And there's a story that I'm going to tell you this morning that will come out in public at some time, and you will be able to say you heard it here first. The international community, along with the Jamaica private sector, has asked the Prime Minister to step aside because of the way he's handling the disaster. Did you hear what I said? The international community and the private sector no longer have confidence in Andrew Holness' handling of the disaster. Therefore, they have asked him to step aside. Now, this is creating problem in the Jamaica Labour Party because Andrew Holness wants members of the Jamaica Labour Party to nominate the MPs of the Jamaica Labour Party to nominate his wife to be appointed as the Prime Minister going forward. Labour said, no way, Jose, we're not having it. The united front you're seeing from the Jamaica Labour Party when it comes to the politicization and the distribution of Melissa resources, that united front is fake, because in the deep they are squabbling right now, and this will come out. You will hear more of this. You will be hearing more of this because the international community, if Andrew Holness don't follow their marching order, they're going to start to expose him. They're going to start brief against him. So you may hear more than you're supposed to hear. Sources, not in the Jamaica Labour Party, beat and teach. Sources that I have in the government. Morning, Dana Dixon. Sources that I have in the government is saying Andrew Holness has been given his marching orders by the international community and the private sector. They no longer have confidence in Andrew's handling of the disaster in Jamaica at the moment. Andrew Holness wants members, the MPs of the Jamaica Labour Party, to put his wife forward for appointment to become Prime Minister going forward when he steps aside. The Labour Party is not having it. The Labour Party is not having it. Problem is coming to the Jamaica Labour Party. Problem is coming to the country. But what I can tell you, we still have an opportunity. We, the people of Jamaica, still have an opportunity to roll back what this Prime Minister has signed us up for. This ungodly experiment, this ungodly open prison that will come if you don't roll it back, Jamaica. You're going to be so sorry. But the international community lost confidence in Andrew because they've seen all their resources that they're sending, hundreds of plane loads of it, ships load of it, and they don't see it getting to the people. All they can see is a money hawk from Andrew Holness, and they longer have no confidence in allowing Andrew Holness to continue at the helm, thieving them money because him now go spend it on the country. Them allow him to enrich himself out of COVID already. You think them no know? You think them an idiot? They've already know that Andrew enrich himself out of COVID. They would have remembered that during COVID, Andrew took ADPEM into his office. And they are watching now as the whole heap of galang are coming, like all the whole heap of money they are coming in a COVID. Andrew take back ADPEM, HAGPEN in an office. So they know that when the big money turn up, Andrew Holness have a field day. This time they're not prepared because this is not like pandemic money where most the way economy was ravished whenever have no structural damage or so on from what you call the idiot there? COVID. This time they want to see their money spent to rebuild back Jamaica. Because if them low wholeness with it, Jamaica is going to lie in ruins for a long time. Flight Green, I don't know where you sit at the moment, but remember when we told on a couple of years ago that the Americans say if Andrew Holness don't roll back China investment, they're going to take back control of Jamaica in 2 years. Floyd Green was the American pick. Floyd Green was the American, their groom for leadership. Let's see how it all goes down, because it's not the Jamaica Labour Party that will decide. It's not the MPs in the Jamaica Labour Party that will decide who takes up the reign after Andrew. It will be the instructions coming from the Americans who we are comfortable to work with. Jamaica, buckle yourself down. What that's the thing about we riding a name again where, oh God, what that's the thing where you're riding and we throw yourself, fling your son. You go in and want something like Chuck front go lock up. What that's something name again? Me go in there one time and nearly dead and me never go back the road again. What that's something name where you're going? And when you come out, you can't stand up, you can't walk, you can't do nothing. Lord God. Roller coaster. Roller coaster, thank you. Buckle down Jamaica. Because you say, when this roller coaster drive done, your very head may fly off. Your very head may fly off of your body. This year, you think they know what's on Melissa? You think they not prepare to come with worse than Melissa? Remember, Andrew Holness hinge up with the people them where we say drop bomb on children's for 2 years now. We know see everywhere Andrew go, Andrew put on him Benjamin Netanyahu blue suit. We know see say, you know what with the Americans them too, and the international community, particularly coming from the Americans, were giving him marching order. The prostitute that Andrew Holness is, and the foothold has gone to the Americans that Andrew Holness make China deepen into Jamaica in his last 10 years. The Americans don't trust him going forward on that either. Because they know that Andrew will just jump into bed with anybody. And in the Donald Trump tirade now, Donald Trump don't want China to have a foothold in the rebuilding back of Jamaica, especially the South Coast there, where America had an eye on the island, the Silkamine Sun. Then don't want Andrew Holness leading the thing because they cannot trust Andrew Holness. The Americans and the Jamaica Labour Party generally work well together, but they find Andrew Holness prostitution a risk to their national security. This was why our country, rather than America using conventional war or civil war to take back over control of Jamaica, they just blast us with atmospheric nuclear. And then they come in like Mother Teresa and give all the instruction and all of the command and everything. With an hurricane, we have whole heap of hurricane. We know what hurricane is. We're no idiot. I know yesterday we ban. I know yesterday we ban. Jamaicans are go through hurricane from 51 storms still now. Why this one is different from everybody? Why this one you come with missile? I hit we want ask, you know. Why this hurricane and like all other hurricane come with missile? Are the things that people don't see the hope of missile them want to throw at way during the nights? We never know, so we realize during the night, we're going to throw a missile at way as well. But me I tell you in Jamaica, we have time to wake up. If Juliet Holness, which the Labour Party don't seem to willing to allow at the moment, becomes the Prime Minister when Andrew Holness is forced to step aside, it will be business as usual. She's just as the leader of the party going to send his husband to the Senate, and Andrew Holness will be back in the cabinet probably as a finance minister. The dirty game continues. An overthrow of this government will protect Jamaica's interests, not the private investor and the United Nations interests and the World Bank interests and United Oil and Gas interests as to where we're going now. We cannot sit down and make two people destroy we. Other countries are rising up when them sister government are take with them power. Government are squeezed with too hard. Government are take away rights. Other country rise up. Other country push back. Jamaica is just walking submissively into martyrdom. And if you think Andrew Holness and Donald Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu is afraid to kill you over land and resources, I beg you to try them. If you think these dragons are afraid to kill you for land and resources, try them. Because I know you will fail if you try them. I know if you try them, you're going to fail. You can stop them though. It demands unity. We're not learning anything from Melissa as a people. Even when the government is treating JLP and PNP as bad enough in this disaster, PNP are willing, JLP are willing enough to say, make them dead for hungry, them never vote for you. The PNP, them are willing to say, I should and the JLP, them get the hard hit there. We're still divided on political lines. Something we not benefit with. Mark Walden and Andrew Holness are two of the richest man in Jamaica. And if Andrew Holness is allowed to continue, he's become the richest man in the Caribbean. Out of thin air, out of nothing, overnight, has never worked a day in his life. But Jamaica people willing to sit down and allow a family to own and control them. And then you want to say to the world, we are proud Jamaican. My yard. What? You live in a rent house. A rent house is not your yard. A rent house is not your yard. You can be given discharge. You can be given an eviction order. Or if you're dealing with a lawless person, they can just throw you the hell out. So I want to stop praise up this Jamaica where the white rich foreign investors I do everything them can to scoop up a piece of Jamaica for themselves. And you all are doing nothing. You all are doing nothing but protecting these very same politicians. We're selling you out. We're killing you off. We're going to fight to protect them to sell you off and kill you out. To sell you out and kill you off. That's what you protect them for, you know. Because you don't protect them because they're doing something good for your country. Because you can't point it out. Your country is full of resources. Your country resources is being dragged out and sucked out every day. And more, it's the private investors. You know, see, yeah, we said condolences to Jimmy Cliff already. Philly Wagwan. Nah, man, how you do? More and more, your governments are brave enough to be doing these things up in your face. But our people of Jamaica protects their danger. We are our worst enemy, Jamaica. Not Andrew Holness. We are the weapon that is formed against ourselves. We regularly say Andrew Holness is the weapon that is formed against Jamaica. How about we are the weapons formed against ourselves? Because we are the ones who are protecting these thieves. We're the ones who are protecting these criminals. We allowed Andrew Holness to buy and stole an election. Look at the consequences. Aren't we the weapon form against ourselves when the country stand up and let Andrew buy them, vote for Andrew, let Andrew steal an election from us, something he's up in front of the court for stealing his very seat at the moment? If you don't listen, there's two ways here. Andrew Holness can follow the marching orders of the international community and the private sector. As a narcissist also, he can hold on to power. Given his dictatorial tendencies, if it gets to that, this is the time where the prime minister will use the army to exert control over the country to maintain power. This could swing anyway. The Americans and the CIA would sponsor and fund an uprising to get rid of him. It's how the geopolitics work. They will fund an uprising to get rid of him. Or if it gets to that, they'll probably even assassinate him themselves. Jamaica is in tough times. The things that we normally view in Africa, the Middle East, and in Haiti, Jamaica has now finally fall in line. Who gets to the bottom of the hill first? Your guess is as good as mine. Your guess is as good as mine. Who gets to the bottom of the hill first? Because we have certainly caught up with all the places that we look at over the world and say, that's Africa, that's Haiti, that's this, that. Jamaica has arrived. Jamaica has arrived. But you have two choices, my people. Two choices. There isn't a third choice. You have two choices. Go blindly, cap in hand, or stand up for something. Those are your only two choices. You go quietly, or you stand rebelliously. You have got no other choice. It is for you to unite and decide what you want to do. Do you want to go back quietly into slavery? Or will we rage hell on earth on the plantation? It is your choice. But don't think between those you have a wiggle room to fix a third option. We have passed that. We have passed the third option. We only have two choices now. Go quietly or stand firmly. In the words of Marcus Garvey, unite or perish. Thank you very much for being here with us this morning. And as I said to you earlier on in the program, for the last few nights, you weren't getting your nightly program, but we kind of fixed back with mental status now. To a little, we kind of, when wire fence fall down, you use a catch stick to catch it up. Yeah. After what Melissa do we kind of use a catch stick and a catch up with mental status to continue with the work. It just started in Jamaica. The experiment, we're in the first gear of the experiment. There's an awful lot to come. Unite or perish. Thank you. Good morning and good afternoon.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it break a bad feeling to all wicked men.
Done it, me not even talk to any of them since morning. Come and sleep out the whole of yesterday. But we will update on it later.
To all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak.
And I want to say to all of my viewers from Jamaica who were affected by Melissa and is getting the time to tune back in now, welcome, welcome, welcome back. We have survived. We have survived and we will continue to thrive. Welcome back.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it break a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside a rub and cheat, and not press the poor. Make up what I seen to. Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite part, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the day them can sell out Rasta and sell it out and sell out Babylon. They give man throw one stone. I've been a walk to all wicked men. They give man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead can sell out Rasta and sell out Babylon. Just stop on the Friday. You must throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black thing. You must throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black big man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rastaman throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match.
Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.